We have already talked about multiple times about Marvel Studios and Disney and how much of a workload they put on visual effects studios. And we heard about crazy turnarounds and just how much has to be done in a short amount of time. Now we got a pretty significant update to this, where somebody tied to the visual effects side describes just how close to release some of these changes are made, which almost make it impossible to have it look as good as you would want by the time the product is out. So I myself have expressed how much I think the quality of Marvel CG has significantly dropped over the last couple of years. I think there's still plenty of shots that look absolutely amazing and beautiful, but some shots are literally not finished. They don't look finished. And if they are finished, well, it's what was able to be finished, but quite clearly you can make it better because there's some shots that are so rough in films and the TV series that you honestly question whether they did a final CG pass. I think Spider-Man No Way Home, as much as I love that film, has plenty of these elements, and it's one of the ones that really sticks out to me. Moon Knight as well, for a TV series, I think had plenty of them as well. So why exactly is this? Well, we know that Marvel Studios has a pretty insane amount of content that they're making, and it's all the same CG houses that work on it. In a recent interview with Vulture, one of the visual effects artists talked a little bit about the post-production. Now, in case you guys aren't familiar with it, Marvel Studios post-production is typically about a year. Other studios, it can be a year and a half to 2 years sometimes. So again, Marvel Studios is typically a lot shorter. Well, the visual effects artists revealed that sometimes they literally are working on these visual effects when they get the footage about 7 to 8 months before release. They're working on it, they render it out, and it's done. And then Marvel Studios comes in there and says, you have 1 to 2 months. Give us 6 weeks. Change this entire thing. Change the suit and all those elements. Now I want to specifically focus on the suits, because you guys remember this, the hot toy for Spider-Man No Way Home that was revealed in August ahead of the first trailer? Take note of the hands and the red fingers and everything. This all had to change by the time the film came out in December. So you can't just change the color, you have to re-render every single thing and redo the entire suit. So it's back to formula, right? For lack of a better term. And again, that's problematic. And on top of this, the visual effects artists revealed that sometimes they come to you 2 months before the release of the film, give you an entire new third act that literally needs all new CG. You have to redo it all. So you just spent 7 months working on the old third act. They come in and go, change it up right now. Now, it's not stated which film they're talking about here, but if you know what they're talking about just through the news and what we've heard, this, in my opinion, is 100% them talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We know that 3 months before the film came out, actors even said, we are reshooting the entire third act. And then you get something like this. So this is very problematic because, let's be real, the CG quality has fallen a lot. And I think you can attribute this type of work towards it because suddenly they come up with an idea, oh, well, we're going to change plans because this maybe doesn't work how we want it to. Reshoot this and we'll redo it. And then they give you a month to redo the special effects. That just can't work. And you're now starting to understand why maybe some of the MCU's content is lacking the refined work that they had before. Because everybody's being rushed.